Hello everybody and welcome back to Trial by Combat. I am Midgeman and as always I am joined by NG Paradox. Say hi.
Hello.
This is Season 2, our Kingsguard challenge. If you don't remember and you haven't seen the draft video, go back and watch that because myself and NG Paradox have picked out our top 7 fighters from Westeros or people that have come into contact with Westeros, and today is our first round of battles. This is the one-on-one challenge. The next challenge will be a last man standing challenge. Now what I mean by a one-on-one challenge is we are going to pit one of our Kingsguard each against each other. Those Kingsguard cannot enter another fight, they just get the one go, and it's to see who gets the most wins out their Kingsguard and find out who truly has picked the better Kingsguard and who are the better fighters in the land. So I've gone first in who I've picked, and I have picked for my start off Greatjon. Let's get John Umber out here. Let's do this. And NG, who have you picked as my opponent for this first duel?
Yeah, well, Greatjon is obviously quite a big guy, so that would be my main worry. Now, just to remind people who are watching, obviously, we're going to be choosing based upon who we think in real. When I say real life, I mean the fantasy world. Who we would put against each other, not in the game. But I think he's a big guy, so you can either go two ways. You pick a fast guy to try and counter him, or you pick another big guy to try and match him. And I have some interesting choices. Obviously, if you want to remind yourself who our choices are, you can go back, watch the last video. Maybe we'll put it in the description, hopefully, something like that. And remember, guys, this will be a heavily edited video because we've got to set up all the matches, make sure people can duel and stuff. So this will probably be heavily edited. But yes. But I'm going to go with Hotah. Just because Hotah, he's a big, strong guy. Probably not as big as John Umber, but he's a big, strong guy. He obviously is a big battle axe. So I'm hoping he can put up the fight against the Greatjon. You know, I don't want to use my best fighters against the Greatjon. I know you probably have some better fighters than the Greatjon. The Red Viper, for example, I'd put higher than the Greatjon. So I want to keep my best ones maybe for some of your better characters. But yeah, so let's go with Hotah. This could be this in real. I think this would be a good match in real life.
Yeah, I would pay to watch this in real life. I think these are, in terms of our Kingsguard that we've picked, I think these are our two sort of mid-range fighters. They're not our best, but they're not our worst. So I think this is a solid matchup. Right, are you ready?
See what happens.
Fine. I don't know what Greatjon's going to do about that. Right. Areo Hotah has chosen to accept your challenge to personal combat. The duel will take place in a few days. So, is what we're going to do as well, because whoever is the primary character gets to pick the random options here. We'll be fair, and if it's for example, as it's my character, I'll pick it. When it's NG's character, he'll pick it because, makes sense.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm going to be, cheering him on from the sidelines. Areo Hotah, kick his ass.
So I'm going to be. It's John Umber. Come on, he is no match for my mind. That's the mindset of Greatjon, surely.
Oh yeah, Hotah.
Yeah, very true. You use a great range with your sword. I've failed all the English there. You use great range with your sword to great effect. Areo cannot get close enough to strike. Eventually you see a weak spot and bring your weapon down from a great height upon him. Strike.
Oh, Areo Hotah!
You easily break through Areo's guard and knock him to the ground. He lies sprawled at your feet, completely at your mercy. It is all over now. Oh, you strike, but Areo rolls. Wounded, but still very much alive. He rises to his feet and readies his weapon once again. Why don't you just give up? Areo and you circle each other, tense
click on
and focused.
Midge, click on Areo. Make sure he's not actually wounded.
He's not actually wounded.
Sometimes you get wounded from the first roll.
Yeah.
But luckily, okay, that's fine then.
Okay. Oh, tense. You scan him for any signs of weakness, an opening in any defense you can possibly exploit. He's no match for my might again. You see a weak spot, vulnerable in Areo's defense. It's not much, but it's all you need. I forcibly overwhelm his defensive stance. You easily break through his guard and knock him to the ground. He is sprawled at your feet once more. Is it over, though? He drops his weapon and he yields!
Oh, Areo!
Oh. Okay.
Say no.
What, do you want me to kill him?
Say no, kill him. He doesn't deserve to live.
Well, NG, you made me kill Areo Hotah.
Areo Hotah.
Valar Morghulis. Victory is mine. Okay, so that's round one done. Ah, you walk away the victor.
The Greatjon is the victor. You know what? I could imagine that being a good fight. I would not know who to choose it. That's why I wanted to choose it. I wanted to choose Areo Hotah because I thought, he might be able to get the win there.
Yeah.
But he obviously could lose here, but it's a fair... I didn't want to waste one of my good characters to kill him, or use my bad characters maybe to die to him, so... Yeah,
I think that would have... like I said, I would have loved to have seen that fight. It would have been a good matchup, I think.
Okay, well, I'm going to choose my character now. So now it's my turn to choose. So I've got 6 people remaining. I have Barristan Selmy, Sandor Clegane, Jaime Lannister, Victarion Greyjoy, Arys Oakheart, and Garlan Tyrell. Do I use my best ones now? Because I'm now 1 down. I'm going to choose... I'm going to choose Jaime Lannister.
Oh, here he comes, Jaime Lannister. Okay, we'll be back in a moment once we've set up the second fight.
Here with Jaime Lannister, who I've chosen to be my champion for the second fight. Now, obviously, we have a slight problem here. Jaime Lannister obviously is not landed, so we had to play as Midge's character. So Midge will be controlling his character for this, but I will be, shall we say, commentating on the fight this time. Because this is meant to be my fight and my character, but I needed to choose a character that I thought may be able to win me a point. Because I lost the first fight, I can't let Midge go 2-0 ahead. But Midge, who have you chosen?
I think I've chosen the out of my list one of the best people for this job. And I have picked, of course, Lady Brienne the Maid. Brienne of Tarth is gonna... We're finally gonna see the matchup. Jaime Lannister, Brienne of Tarth, a proper one. When Jaime's not handless and everything's... Yeah, it's the fandom coming to life,
Yeah, this is the fight that a lot of people maybe want answered, She was able to, kind of fight against him when he was kind of chained up, but with both of his hands... Would Jaime definitely get the best of her? He was impressed by her, but was that enough? Has Brienne got the stuff to fight Jaime? This is what we're going to see, and I'm fingers crossed that Jaime's going to win. But here we go then. Start the duel.
Let's see if he accepts.
Round 2.
Who became Lord?
Oh, Joffrey.
Hang on. Look who became... Just quickly.
Don't worry about what's going on in the background. We had to end the war so we could duel Jaime, so we had to force Joffrey to give up. So don't worry about that. There's just some other goings on while we're trying to set up these fights. But the fight will begin. Jaime the Kingslayer versus Brienne the Maid. You and Lord Jaime slowly circle each other, tense and focused. You scan him for any signs of weakness, any opening in his defense. Midge, what are you going to choose? How are you going to fight Jaime?
Well, I don't think Brienne would attack with... Well, she might attack with speed, but I think she's more likely to take a defensive stance. I reckon she'd be anxious to fight Jaime, especially a Lord Commander, uninjured, untied down Jaime. So I think he'll not even manage to touch me as Brienne's sort of focus there.
Okay. So, you see a weak spot, a vulnerability in Lord Jaime's defense. It's not much, but it's all you need. And Brienne's struck through his defense. Can she kill him? Or will she force him to yield? You easily break through. Jaime lies sprawled at your feet, completely at your mercy. It's over now. Brienne has it. No, Jaime, you can't. You're going to be the best. Yes. You strike, but Lord Jaime rolls to the side. Wounded? And he's not wounded, luckily. He's dishonorable, but not wounded. God, he's a formidable fighter. He's, in the game-wise, he should... Then again, Brienne is like a... Is she a skilled or formidable fighter again?
Well, Jaime's got 130 personal combat skill. I believe Brienne has 100. 120. Oh, it's so close.
I was going to say, I would thought she'd actually have more than him, just because I know in the game they have her as, like, giant and strong, which is a ridiculous pairing with, like, skilled fighter. I think in the game, she's probably a better duelist than the Mountain.
Well,
because, like, she's not only got the same things as him, but she's also a better fighter.
We do also need to remember that at the moment, because of the period we've picked, she's 18. She's got the teenager debuff.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. A lot of these characters are so young when we're playing. But we wanted to make sure all the characters live, so we started it just before the war begins. You can see the Brood of our banners are out there. So this is kind of on the edge of when the war breaks out. We didn't want anything to happen in between. And with the wars going on, obviously, we can't duel everyone. But yes, okay. Click to the next one then, I guess.
Okay.
Well, what happened now? The fight continues. What will Brienne do?
I think
this time again.
she'll try to use her speed now that she's tried defensive. I think she'll go for the speed.
And she's done it again. Brienne has broken through Jaime Lannister's defense. Jaime just can't hold Brienne off. She's too quick for him. It's over now. Jaime's been pushed back. He's in a weak spot. Will he try and escape, or will he give up? And Jaime, just like Areo Hotah, he yields. Jaime, no! Kill him. Kill him. Everyone who fails dies. That is how this is going. The Jaime Lannister, Brienne does win against Jaime Lannister. I'm starting to think maybe now the person that can control it has the advantage.
Yeah.
I don't know. You seem to have stripped through every single time, but that seems weird because I know when I play randomly so often, so I'm not sure.
I think it is just pure RNG on that case, actually.
Maybe it's just coincidence.
Yeah, interestingly enough, that we might have actually been able to play it as Jaime, because in that 3 days we unpaused it, he got given the White Sword Tower.
Yep, I noticed that. Yeah, when I was saying like we couldn't be Jaime, I noticed he got the White Sword Tower. I was like, we probably could have been Jaime. In those 3 days we let go by to end the war, it looks like Barristan said we died of old age. But yes, okay, Midge. Then it's your turn. Who are you going to choose?
No, Barristan was stripped of his title.
Well, I mean, Midge, that doesn't matter about Barristan. Doesn't matter. Who cares about Barristan?
That's fine. I am going to pick.
Choose.
Okay, I'm
2-0 right now. Remember?
Yeah, I'm
2-0.
I'm gonna come out with. I'm gonna pick my wild card. I'm gonna go Stannis next.
Baratheon, yeah, you got Howland Reed, you've got the Red Viper, you got Rodrik Forrester, you've got Loras the Night Flowers. You've got some good people left, but you're gonna go Stannis.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna put Stannis up next.
Okay, I'm gonna go against him. I'm gonna choose. Yeah, I think Stannis is your weakest one, so I could choose. Oh, then again, he does have some good extra, like the in the game he has some good stats, but in real life, I would say he's definitely your weakest. The game just gives him some good bonuses, but in real life, I would definitely say he's your weakest. So I could either choose one of my best fighters and just to make sure I get a win because I'm 2-0 down, or I could risk it and choose one of my weaker fighters so that way I can keep my good fighters for your good fighters. Because your other fighters left, I think, are pretty good. So I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to go with Arys Oakheart against Stannis. That's what I'm going to go with. So yeah, we'll see you guys in 1 sec.
So we're back with the third round of the duels. We have Sir Arys Oakheart, who is being, by the game, he has put at an 80 personal combat skill. I don't know. I think I'd actually put him a little bit higher than that myself. Versus my wildcard Stannis Baratheon, who is also equally at 80. So, we're going to get this duel underway.
See, I would say to what you said about Arys. Arys is a weird one because we don't know much about him. I think they probably rate him fairly in the mod. I just really like the character, and out of all the good fighters, he's obviously should be up there because he's obviously meant to be a good fighter. Not the best, obviously. The Mountain, I probably should choose the Mountain over him, but I wanted to choose like a weird character that I really like as a good fighter. So he probably kicked out the Mountain for me, just because I thought it'd be funner. Plus, also, you know, the Mountain. Would you really want? I don't know if I'd want him on my Kingsguard personally. It depends.
Okay.
Like uncontrollable people.
Arys Oakheart has accepted
yeah, this time
my
obviously.
duel.
Yeah, remember obviously Midge, he did obviously choose his character first. So he gets to control this one. Obviously last time was only because we couldn't be Jaime. We didn't think we could be, that he got to control it. Take it away.
You and Sir Arys slowly circle each other, tense and focused. You scan him for any signs of weakness, an opening in his defense that you could possibly exploit. I think Stannis would try to overwhelm him with force. I don't think he'd put any like finesse and speed into it, and I don't think he'd take a defensive stance. Like I said when I was picking him, he's angry. He's got this whole almost god complex sort of thing going on. So I think he'd go for a force.
I'm just actually going to throw this out here. Lead from the back. He doesn't normally lead from the front.
That's true.
Isn't that something that's specifically said about him? Because I'm just saying, if you want to kind of role play as him, I'm just saying maybe he wouldn't actually. That's just my opinion. I think he's one of those sort of like cold, calculating people, rather than, you know, front line like you're saying. That's just my opinion on it.
That also could be true. Yeah. All right, I'll take your advice. I'll go for a defensive stance with this.
Now I helped you. No.
You see a weak spot, a vulnerability in Sir Arys' defense. It's not much, but it's all you need. Strike!
We just won every single one.
You easily break through Sir Arys' guard and knock him to the ground. He sprawled at your feet, completely at your mercy. That was a quick
Arys,
one.
you bitch, Arys.
Oh dear.
Just one round, and he's like, okay, Stannis' flaming sword is too much for me.
Maybe Arys doesn't like fire. Maybe that's one of the things we don't know about him.
It's a good job I didn't choose Sanders. Sander wouldn't have fought in the first place. But actually, then we actually saw him fight against the flaming sword. So actually, I'm being a bit harsh there. Yeah, disappointed in that. I mean, I'm now kill him.
No, you soft fool.
He better die. First try. God. But no, I'm a bit disappointed with that. It's like, we've had 3 rounds. You've won every single, like, part of the fight. You've always struck through. So I'm getting a bit... I said last time, I'm getting a bit worried that there's a preferential treatment to whoever controls the character. But we've got 7 rounds. We will see. Maybe it's just coincidence, but you and I have 3-0. If you win one more, Midge, you've won the whole thing. Or at least this fight. Hopefully I can win the next video where we do the melee.
Yes, that's
Victarion won the melee. That's what I want. Victarion to just kill everyone in the melee. But we'll see. Kill us, Arys, you bitch.
Well, victory is mine in round 3. So Arys Oakheart of Empire. I think that's a text error. The duel has ended. You walk away the victor.
Well, the next round then, this is my character we're going to be controlling. I have to win. So, someone that I know we can definitely control, and that I think can win. Let's have a quick look. I'm thinking I'm going to go with Victarion Greyjoy.
Oh, nice.
To win. I think he's my best. I have to win. So I'm going to choose him. I know we can control him. So there we go. Who are you going to choose then to face off against him, Midge? Who of your men is brave enough to face the true Ironborn warrior?
Well, I am going to pick... I'm going to pick a Northman to beat up your Ironborn, and I'm going to go with Rodrik... Rodrik Forrester.
Okay. Well, what was it? What's the house words?
Iron from ice.
Well, will he be iron, or will the Ironborn overcome him? We'll have to wait and see, guys. See you in 1 second for round 4. Hey, guys, and yes, round 4 is about to begin. This is a must-win round for me. I'm hoping that whoever we control is just a coincidence, because so far the person we control each time has won, which to me seems really weird, but it must be coincidence. Mustn't it, Midge, yeah?
No, 100%. I've lost so many fights in the past whenever I control them.
But yeah, it must be coincidence. And I bet now I'll play Victarion. We're playing as him. I'm going to lose. Just for the game to mess with me. But I think game-wise, we got Victarion versus Rodrik Forrester. And I think even though in the game it rates Rodrik Forrester a lot, remember, he is not from the books, he's from the game. I think Victarion is rated higher. Do you want to check the duel stats?
So Rodrik Forrester is rated at 100, which is very decent. And Victarion is 110.
Yeah, I thought it was like 120 actually, but yeah, 110 in the game. So he's just slightly rated better. So he should have the slight advantage, but we know that doesn't seem to... You have Jaime lost to Brienne, and he had slight better one as well. So I need to cross my fingers. I have to win this, guys. I have to win, or Midge wins the first round of this challenge. So I need to win this fight. I need to win the next 3 as well. I can't lose a round now. We've both got some really good people left, so I need to make sure I win every single round from now on. So let's begin the duel, Midge. This could be the decider. Going down, you young son of a... You said we had to do some events to make sure Victarion could be landed.
I may have had to kill half of the Greyjoy family for this to occur. Right.
Yeah, he's now not paramount. And let's fight. Face a true Ironborn warrior. Okay, now he is using force. There's nothing else Victarion would use.
So
it's a bit of speed, but
you
he's going to use force.
Okay, no worries.
Victarion. Ah! Are you kidding me, game? As you and Rodrik engage, you slip up. So Victarion runs towards Rodrik, slips, and leaves an open in his defense, which Rodrik, using skills, decides to exploit. And so Victarion now must defend himself, even though he went on the offense. Okay. Got the better of us. He hits us down. We're sprawled to the ground. Victarion could be over. We'll never yield, Midge. Never.
What is dead may never die.
Never die. Where did we get hurt? Click it and we'll see. Rodrik tries to finish us off. Rodrik rolls away. So click on Victarion. Let's just check.
Got away with it.
He's okay. Okay. Use force again. Force again. Experience in combat has proven will be proven with your weapon allows you to spot an opening in Rodrik's defense. It's not much, but it's all you need. Come on, Victarion, give us our first win. You easily break through Rodrik's defense. Now he is on the back burn. God, could you imagine this duel, like, going back and forth, like Rodrik pushing forward and Victarion pushes him back? It's all over now. Victarion, you can do this.
Oh!
Yes! Rodrik has yield. Foresters, iron from ice, my ass. Strong enough against a true Ironborn.
Oh dear. No, you Northman spider, I guess.
Rodrik is dead. Must win for NG Paradox. I must win all the rest. But yes. Whew. It was actually quite nerve-wracking because I thought I was going to lose at the beginning. I had to win. I think you made a good choice, though, for what you chose, because you only have to win one more, so you didn't use one of your best people.
Yeah.
just in case Rodrik could get the win.
Like I think Rodrik kind of levels with Greatjon for me. He's my middle tier. There's a good chance he could win, but there's also a good chance he could lose. I also like the idea of Northman versus Ironborn. Like it thematically felt right, and it would be good to see Rodrik as a fighter because in the lore it was always said that he was good in the tourneys of Northern tradition. So yeah, that was an interesting fight.
And in the game, he's rated really well. For a character from a game that maybe we only see him after he's been like maimed,
Yeah.
He's rated really well. So yeah, okay. Then the next round, the midge, it's your choice. You get to choose who your character is.
Yep. I'm actually gonna stick with my sort of northern-ish theme. But I'm gonna go with.
But actually, let's just make sure the character, the people know who we have left. I know that you have Howland Reed, Red Viper, but Loras the Knight of Flowers left. That's 3 really good fighters. Probably three people that people would probably think is 3 of the best fighters in the whole of Westeros. And I have Barristan Selmy, Sandor Clegane, Tyrell. Again, 3 people who might be regarded as some of the best fighters in the whole realm. So we've kind of left a lot of our best ones to last in some ways.
Yeah, and all the fights remaining are going to be good fights. Like, if we were there watching these duels, they would be insane duels. Like, or if anyone had the chance to make a televised version of them, or if somehow it came up in the story, they would be like probably chapters worth of fighting. They would be such intense fights. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Howland Reed.
I'm just good then. So yeah, we don't get to see him fight, but he's regarded as a very good fighter. Because apparently, as Eddard says it, he helped. It's only because of him he survived. Because he's highly regarded. So I have to choose someone who I think can take him on. Now, actually, thinking I was going to choose a particular someone I thought would be kind of funny for someone else, but I'm going to choose. This is difficult. Howland's a good guy, but he's meant to be quite small, Cranagman's size. So I'm going to choose Sandor Clegane.
Oh, this is going to be an interesting fight.
Sandor has that. Not only is he a good fighter, but he's also got that size about him, which might make it difficult for Howland. If he makes a mistake, he'll be killed. The other 2, I think, would have a decent fight with him, but I feel like Sandor overcome him. So yeah, that'll be the next round then, guys. See you then.
Okay, we're back with the 4th round. It's Sandor the Hound versus Howland of the Neck. Howland always regarded as a pretty good fighter, but like you said, if he's a I can never say them, Cranogman, they're quite small, and Sandor is, tall and strong. Will the Clegane have the power to just overpower Howland? We're about to find out.
It's Clegane.
It's Clegane, sorry. My bad.
Clegane. There's grammar Nazis on the internet, they're going to get you. Not grammar. It's not grammar. Why did I say grammar? It's those speaking Nazis. Going to get you.
Those vocal... No.
I have to win this. I have to win. If I can win this, it'll be 3-2. So I'll be 1 behind you then. So it could actually be close. And you can do this. Beat that little man. Good a fight he is. This isn't fair.
Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's do this. You and Sandor circle each other, tense and focused. You scan him for any signs of weakness, any opening in his defense that you could possibly exploit. I'm going to attack with speed, I think, with Howland.
Sense, Sandor's not the slowest, but he is bigger than a normal man. But he's meant to be quite, not slow for his size. But obviously he'd be much smaller, maybe he'd be quicker.
Oh, your experience in combat and prowess with your weapon allows you to spot an opening in Sandor's defense. It's not much, but it's all you need. Sandor tries to defend himself. You easily break through Sandor's guard, knock him to the ground. He lies sprawled at your feet, completely at your mercy. It's all over now.
Oh God, knowing Sander, you don't know what he could easily just yield because he can't be bothered. But if it's a fight to the death, wouldn't give up. God damn it, Sander! You idiot! I can't kill him. Can't believe it. Sander lost. So that's 4-1 to Midge. That means Midge will win this this first round of matches for this. I'm gonna have to win the next game. You know, the one with the melee. Last one standing. I'm going to have to try and win that. But this one is yours, Midge. The one-on-one duels. But we've still got 2 more fights to go. Hopefully I can gain some honor from the last 2 matches. And again, the person we controlled won so far. How is... Well, I guess we'll go to the next round. I will choose my character for the 6th round. And this one will be controlling as well.
Yeah.
Selmy and Garlan Tyrell. I'm going to choose Garlan Tyrell.
Okay, do you know what? I'm going to put Loras against him.
You'd say that.
I
wanted that fight.
Yeah.
Who is the better one? Finally, we'll have an answer. And in that answer, we'll see in round 6, guys. Who do you think will win? Tell us in the comment section. Round 6 is upon us. It's brother versus brother. Knight versus knight, the Gallant versus the Flowers, and of course one man's honor is upon the line, my honor. Obviously Midge has won this first bout for this challenge. He's won the dueling challenge. He's already got 4 wins out of 7. I've only got 1, so I need to make sure I win these last 2 fights, so at least then it ends for the free, and I can keep my honor. And we can then hopefully go to the melee part of the challenge so that we can actually win. Because the fact that my characters have lost all of them so far does not give me much hope for the melee. Even though one is duel. And I do hope that he'll win me the melee. That was kind of that's why I wanted him. But here we are then. Midge, set up then.
Yep.
This is the Night of Flowers.
The duel has been sent.
Let's see who will come out on top. You know, they say that Garlan is a better fighter than the Night of Flowers, but the Night of Flowers is young, he's vigorous. He's the one that we've seen the most, obviously. Out of most fighters, he's one of the fighters we've actually seen quite a lot of. And Garlan, we haven't even seen him in the books, really. We don't really get to know much about him. We don't see him fight, really. But let's go then. Let's fight.
The game also rates Loras as better, is something to note here. When I think that's wrong, personally, just because of, I think doesn't in the books Loras say that his brother was better than him?
Yeah, Loras says that his brothers. I think someone says maybe when they were younger, that his brothers were rated better than him. But then obviously Willis got injured, and then Garlan, we don't see him. But yeah, there's a thing. There's a lot of people think in the internet forums that Garland's meant to be a better fighter than Loras. And we have been given precedent for that. But how am I going to fight Loras? Loras obviously is not the biggest guy, so maybe speed isn't great. He's a bit naive. So maybe I'm going to go defense. I could imagine Loras being quite naive. So I want to take advantage of that. Let's go defense then. Okay. Before you have chance to spot an opening, Loras launches a furious, frenzied attack. You panic. No! I thought he would do that, Garlan. That's why I wanted you to go defense. You panic on, immediately set on the back foot. He forcibly overwhelms my defensive stance. No, Loras! Midge is going to win another one. Loras overwhelms your defense, and with a mighty blow, sends you sprawling on the ground. You look up at him, towering above you, ready to deliver the finishing blow, and Garlan does not have it in him. He's not Victarion. He yields. The character we've controlled actually lost. No, we should have killed him. Loras, why didn't you kill Garlan? There we go. 5-1 to Midge. Midge, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling a lot more confident in my choices now. I was actually Oh, they became bitter rivals at the end of that.
I'm very worried now. I thought I might lose the duels, but I thought, you know what though, I'll probably win the melee with someone like Victarion and Jaime and Sander together and Barristan. But now I'm really worried that we won't even win the melee. I just got to hope Victarion can kill everyone.
Yeah,
Could
there is still a chance. There's very much a chance.
And so, midgeman, who for the last round then? I mean, one. Who is your last person?
I have Oberyn the Red Viper.
And I have Selmy, which I actually think this is a pretty good fight. And just so people know watching, we are going to be controlling Barristan, because obviously with Midge, you got to control 4 characters. I got to control 2. So the last one's going to be mine, so it's 4 to 3. Just to make it a bit fair, because obviously 7 matches, only one person has to have 4, one person has to have 3. But what we'll do for the melee, I will start with my character controlled first. So we're trying to make this as fair as possible between people. So, just in case controlling it does make it slightly better. Well, I'm not sure it does, but so far our numbers are saying that. But let's go. Barristan versus Oberyn. What a fight. And now the last fight. The last fight of the dueling part of this challenge. It's a fight you've all been waiting for. 2 older characters in this scenario. Barristan Selmy and the Red Viper Oberyn Martell. Now, I don't know about you guys, and I don't know about Midge. I think this would be an epic fight. Each other. They're both very different, but obviously both extremely skilled. Barristan, your traditional kind of knight, and the Red Viper, kind of your spearman, agile character. I think this, if you could watch this fight, it would be a great show.
Yeah, I completely agree. The only thing I would want to let the audiences note here is, unfortunately, due to the game's ratings and things, Barristan does have a lesser skill because of his age. But personally...
Ageists! The modders are ageists!
I personally, for Barristan the Bold, don't think that would be too much of a problem. It is Barristan the Bold.
Vipers. What is Oberyn's skill rating on it?
So we've got 95 on Barristan the Bold, and it's 105 for Oberyn Martell.
Yeah. That's to say, like the game obviously it takes in a lot of also like honest and all these other traits that can affect it. So those things have a big effect, and the age thing. Well, in real life, it feels like, I guess Barristan is weaker than when he was younger, but it still feels like he's ridiculously good. No, but yeah, we'll see what happens there. Like I say, we base these choices based upon what we think about the books and shows and stuff, not necessarily from the game.
Correct.
See what happens. Let's go. Come on, Barristan. At least win your match, so at least I can say 2 of my characters won.
Let's fight.
Okay, now Oberyn's obviously quite fast. If I go too defensive, I'll let him just control the match, which is basically what he just controlled the match against the mountain. So I'm going to go on I'm going to use force. I'm going to go get in there.
You attack with force?
Give him no chance to think. Yeah, just like Loras Tyrell did to me. So Loras Tyrell tried to do this against me, and so I'm just learning from him. As you and Lord Oberyn engage, you slip up and leave an opening in your defense. Lord Oberyn strikes to take advantage. Oh no. He knew what he was doing. I made one mistake, and he can jump it straight away. What will happen? Big yield, Midge. I'm not finished yet.
Did we take a wound? Do we take a wound?
No. We never seem to take a wound, it would seem. Okay.
I think formidable fighters actually have a less chance to take a wound.
Just force again. I'm not gonna let. I made a mistake, but this time I won't make a mistake. I know again. Going well for me. He's using every dirty trick. Of course he is. Oberyn. Of course he is. I should have. See, because this is 2 I would never put Barristan against Oberyn. It'd be a cool fight, but yeah, he's the sort of person who uses dirty tricks, and Barristan's too good. Honor does not win you fights. I should never have chosen Barristan. I should have chosen the Mountain. The Mountain would kill Oberyn. We know that. He'd crush his skull. Then again, Oberyn, then again, you could say he only lost because revenge, him admitting guilt. If he hadn't have done that, he would have won, actually. So, but yeah, okay, yields. And there we go. Midge, you won 6-1. Absolute slaughter of my Kingsguard. And you know what? We made the people face each other that were pretty equal as well.
Yeah.
Heaven shined upon you today.
I would like to thank the mother. I would also like to thank my Kingsguard. And long live Midgeman of the Iron Throne, that's all I say. Like, I'm not going to be killed very easily if my Kingsguard are protecting me.
Dare to put it. But yes, guys, that is the first round of this challenge. That is not the second season. We got another round, which will be the melee. We're going to record that next. The next one would be basically an all-out fight. We keep fighting until one team is left standing. So that means, for example, in this situation, I would have, Victarion. Yeah. So Midge would have 6 people versus Victarion. So, and Victarion would keep fighting all of them. Lost. Or if he beat all of them, I would win. So that's what the melee is going to be about. So we'll see, and the rules are going to be slightly different, but we'll go into that in the next video. So we hope to see you there. Who do you think would win in an all-out brawl between these two Kingsguards, where each one could face whoever they want and join in whenever they want? We'd like to know from you guys. But until then,
bye-bye, folks.